presence of God. I'm laying out not only are people selling, but you got preachers that are selling out. Look at somebody and tell them you got. Ask God for things that nobody else could receive. Watch this. I found out that what makes a person great is it depends on what family they're birthed into. Now, you got to remember, we was counted as dogs, but God took us and rebirthed us. We was rebirthed. We was reborn. And watch this, we was adopted. But God went through the blood to where it wasn't about adoption anymore. We became real children of God. And what the enemy wants is your right to receive the things of God. Oh, y'all ain't got it. And watch this now. You got to understand that when he approached Esau, the Bible says that Esau was tired. One thing I found out about the enemy, that dirty dog, is that he comes at you when you're at your weakest state. Y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't got it. It's when you are at the place that you can't handle no more. It's when you are at the place that you're at your last resort. And you are telling God, I can't do anything else. I can't handle. And then the enemy, watch this, to prove this, that he attacked God in the Garden of Gethsemane. He came to him when he was at his weakest moment. When he was about to go to the cross. He approached him and trying to convince him. Even when he was fasting the 40 days, he took him and showed him, said, all this I'll give to you if you fall down and worship. We have to be to the place, tell somebody that you got to understand that you got to refuse to sell. Tell somebody this is not the season to sell. And what you got to understand that sometimes the enemy is so tricky that he will cause you to sell. Now the Bible says that Esau and Jacob, when Esau got home, that Jacob was cooking. Tell somebody next to you, the enemy is already trying to prepare for your defeat. Y'all ain't talking. Y'all want me to holler and scream, but I ain't gonna scream today. He wants you prepare for your defeat. Now the thing that I saw in this is that when Esau came to the house, he said that I was at the point to where I felt faint. In other words, he was trying to come up with an excuse how to get what Jacob had without going through the process of doing it himself. One thing I found out and that brought light to my eyes is that it wasn't so much that he was at a faint stage. It was at a stage that he don't want to push, because the Bible said he returned home. In other words, he was in a place where he could receive what he wanted without getting it from somebody else. A lot of times we want other folks to bless us. A lot of times we want other folks to give us. A lot of times we want God to manifest himself and bless us through the blessing. There are times where we got to say that God has equipped me to do what I need to do in the time that I need it. Watch it. God only enhances what you use. Y'all just listen. God only produces what you want to produce. In other words, he's not going to give you something that you're not trying to obtain by yourself. And one thing I found out, the enemy knows that if I can steal their birthright, steal the key to them coming out. And the Bible says that he sold his birthright. The Bible says that he was cooking stew. And Esau was never used to that type of stew being cooked. The Bible says that the aroma alone was enough. Have you ever smelled something before? And even through the smell, it seemed like you could taste it? Have you ever walked into somebody that was cooking them ham hocks and oxtails and cornbread and black-eyed peas and red beans and cake was smelling in the house, and you walk and you couldn't wait to hit the tub and get on because just aroma alone made you hungry? Look at somebody and ask them, what are you smelling? And when I saw that, I understood that you got to understand that everything that smells good ain't always good for you. You got to know that the enemy always has something attached. Especially when he knows that you are chosen. And watch this. The Bible said, when I read that part about the birthright, God gave me the knowledge to understand not only do I have the right and the access to him, but I have the right to a double portion. Which means now I got a right to a double portion, but at the same time I have a right to the covenant of everlasting relationship between God and him. The thing about this is that, have you ever ran into anybody that don't want you to have something even though they can't use it, but because you got it, they want to get it from you? Oh, y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. The enemy knows right about now that he can't do nothing with your birthright. But just the idea that you have it, oh, y'all ain't got it, is enough to make him want to get it from it. Because he knows what's tied, I'm going to be through in a few minutes. He knows what's tied into the birthright. And watch this, even though that he knows that it can do nothing for him anymore, he don't want you to have it because he knows it gives you power over everything that he brings to his life. And he figured that if I can steal the right that you have to come before God and ask him, and the Bible says that whatever you ask in my name, he said I'll do it. Turn to somebody and tell him, this ain't the time to sell. Yeah. You got to remember that this ain't the time to sell. And the thing that you got to understand that it ties into it. Watch this. Esau and came in, and the thing that amazes me about Esau is that he had no consideration of what he had. Thing that can mess you up is when you don't know what you have. Amen. All right.